Yo, what's up, guys? City Striker here, and this Saturday in the co-main event of UFC 304, we got the rematch between Tom Aspinall and Curtis Blaydes for the interim heavyweight title. And Tom Aspinall is a favorite. He technically lost the last fight. It wasn't really a fight. It kind of ended in a freak injury. But I think it's fair that Curtis Blaydes is the underdog. We haven't seen Tom Aspinall really lose in the UFC. He's been very dominant. All his wins have come by finish, and Curtis Blaydes, all his losses have been by finish. So, with that being said, I want to talk about how I think Curtis Blaydes, the underdog, can win this matchup. This is not my prediction. This is just me building a game plan for Curtis Blaydes to beat the favorite in Tom Aspinall. But with all that being said, let's just get right into how I think Curtis Blaydes can beat Tom Aspinall. So the first key to victory I have for Curtis Blaydes is Tom Aspinall is a lot faster than Curtis Blaydes. He's one of the fastest heavyweights out there, along with Cyril Gane. And he's got great head movement. He does a great job of evading punches, but when he does that, he leaves open his body. He pulls his head away, but his body is just right there in the way. So I think that if Curtis Blaydes can, hit him some solid jabs to the body, some solid crosses to the body, and just build a game plan around that, I think he can slow Tom Aspinall down and, slow his movement down and eventually open up some of the headshots. The next key to victory I have for Curtis is Tom Aspinall is very explosive, and he has this sort of bouncing in the range type of style. Like, he'll bounce in and explode and then get out of range. And, not many opponents have really tried to take him down. He's usually had the grappling advantage. But, there's been plenty of fighters that, they've been great, on the offense and grappling. But when you, reverse it on them and offensively take them down, maybe a guy like Charles Oliveira, we've seen what he's done to guys when he was the one that, was offensively engaging the grappling. But when a guy like Azel Makachev was offensively grappling him, or Arman Tsarukyan, we saw that, you can't have success against him on the ground. Same thing with a guy like Kamaru Usman against Leon Edwards. Leon took him down. He was having some success. So take him down, slow him down even more and work on some of your game plan. You don't want to just strike with this guy. You want to use your full skill set because we don't really know what he's like off his back. The next key to victory I have for Curtis Blaydes is now, whenever Tom Aspinall comes into boxing range, he kind of comes in a straight line, and it works out for him because he's faster than his opponents, but he leaves himself open, his chin wide open and everything. He'll come in a straight line, but he gets away with it because of his speed. But several opponents have actually been able to intercept him, and including Curtis Blaydes. He didn't really land anything, but he had the right idea. Whenever Tom Aspinall was coming towards him, he will try to intercept him with punches. And Curtis Blaydes has actually done this against some of his opponents in the past, and it's actually worked out. He had the right timing and the right idea. And with a guy like Tom Aspinall, he's gonna explode him very fast. So you meet him in the middle with a powerful right hand, you could potentially put him down and just flat out knock him out. And the next key to victory for Curtis Blaydes is Tom Aspinall uses a lot of feints for a heavyweight, and he's able to find the openings on his opponent and then just put them out pretty quickly. So if he's going to be doing that to you, you can't be always flinching the same way, always reacting the same way. You got to mix it up because he's going to find that opening and then potentially put you away. And we've seen Curtis Blaydes get knocked out 4 times now. So you got to expect that his chin isn't the best, and it's heavyweight. So you get hit clean, you're probably going to go down. So you got to mix up your defense. You can't always be doing the same thing because Tom Aspinall will see it and he will capitalize on it. But the next key to victory for Curtis Blaydes is Curtis Blaydes got knocked out by Francis Ngannou in like 30 seconds. And, he got knocked out by Derek Lewis while he was going for a takedown. And, even Jairzinho Rozenstruik almost knocked him out with a flying knee. So Curtis Blaydes has, a problem where he's a bit too predictable for his opponents. So he's got to mix it up. He's got to really use some feints, heavy feints, to really sell what he's going to do. Like, you got to be like a car salesman, like, sell this car, sell this move, so that you don't get countered and you're not too predictable, and that Tom Aspinall falls for it. And that way you can set up your shots and set up your strikes and attacks without getting countered or knocked out. The next key to victory for Curtis Blaydes is now another reason why Curtis Blaydes lost 4 times by KO or TKO is because he's striking for too long against these heavy punchers and these dangerous fighters, and sometimes he waits until he gets rocked before he starts to grapple. But even though Tom Aspinall's got great jiu-jitsu, you gotta wrestle early. You gotta put him on his back and slow him down. You can't wait until you get rocked before you start wrestling. So start wrestling early, not in the first 10 or 20 seconds, but in the first round for sure. You gotta go and grapple. Do not wait till he rocks you. Grapple early. And the next key to victory I have for Curtis Blaydes is another problem Curtis Blaydes has had is that he just stays in the pocket for way too long. He stays in that danger zone for way too long, and he leaves himself open to getting knocked out. So, sometimes stand your ground, intercept him while he's coming in, but you also got to know when to disengage. Live to fight another day. Don't always just stand there and trade. Use your feet and get out the way. But that's all I've got for Curtis Blaydes to beat Tom Aspinall. Let me know what you guys think of this, and do you guys think he has a chance of winning? But thanks for watching, and God bless.